Sıdık Akman has gotten used to the explosions, but the jeweler still does not feel safe enough to travel to his shop in downtown Diyarbakir very often. He hasn't opened his business in more than a month. The street behind his shop has been the scene of bitter street fighting between the PKK and Turkish security forces. Our electricity and water was cut off 40 days ago, but it's even worse for the people who live over there in the sewer district. There are 100,000 residents there and most of them had to flee from the fighting. The Kurdish city in southeast Turkey has seen the worst fighting in decades. In the last few weeks alone, more than 170 civilians are reported to have been killed here and elsewhere in the region in violence between the Turkish army and irregular Kurdish forces. Turkish security forces have so far failed to drive the PKK fighters out of central Diyarbakir. But the Turkish government has rejected calls for a ceasefire, saying it will fight the terrorists until they are defeated. In a local human rights center, relatives of victims of the fighting have started a hunger strike because they have been prevented from recovering the corpses of their sons, brothers and daughters to bury them. My brother joined the guerrillas 5 months ago. He experienced so much injustice from the state. He was put in prison for 3 months, although he was innocent. He'd had enough. The Turkish flag as provocation. Hate and mistrust between ethnic Kurds and Turks has increased again. It is the civilian population that bears the brunt, and more people are fleeing the areas where the fighting is going on.
Behind these barriers, a civil war is taking place while the world looks the other way. Just a year ago there was hope for a lasting peace settlement. Now the Turkish government seems to want to solve the Kurdish conflict militarily rather than politically. A strategy that has shown little signs of success for the past 35 years.
As the civilian population grows more desperate, ethnic Kurdish politicians are trying to broker a compromise, so far without success. The government has arrested a number of local mayors from a Kurdish party on alleged terrorism charges. We have to get back around the table, even if it's with the AK Party government. It will only work if there is dialogue, and we have not given up hope. Sıdık Akman and his fellow shop owners have also not given up hope. They plan to reopen their business in downtown Diyarbakir. But for now, they will continue to do business in the shadow of Turkish army tanks.